what there is to see. Yeah, we are just arriving at the house. Oh, just once. We're waiting.
Hi, welcome to our home. Come on in.
Oh yeah. Let's take our shoes off.
Welcome to Vashon Island. So the first thing I'm going to show you inside here is how to use the fireplace. So over here is the fireplace. And the fireplace has a flue, which means it lets more or less air out by this little lever right here. So if the lever is pressed to the left, that means the flue is closed. If you're getting a fire started, you want the flue open, which is all the way to the right. There's also a little knob down here at the bottom that is a fan speed. And the fan switch is right over here behind this bookcase. So if you push that on, and then come back over here, this fan turns on. And then you can adjust the speed. There's matches in here. And all of our utensils for starting the fire. Okay, now follow me over this way. And I'm going to show you how to open this door out to the deck. Now this is one of the trickiest things about this house is this door. So when these are in the down position, it means the door is closed. In order to open the door, you go sideways, and then the door opens. Sideways on both sides. French doors. Now, this door has a little trick that when you close it, because none of the windows on this door right here open, if you push this door all the way up, it folds back, and it's like having a window open in the living room. And then in order to close it, push it back, sideways, make sure that it's on latch again, and then down is closed. This is the light switch for the deck. And there's a dimmer. Okay, now let's move on to the kitchen. Let's move on to the kitchen. Okay, so this is the kitchen. This is the gas propane stove cooktop. And one little tricky part about this is that there is actually an exhaust fan that if you press this little button right here, it pops up, and then there's a little button on the side. That is your vent. You want to turn it off, press it all the way to the left. Press the button down, and it magically disappears. Okay, next. If there's ever a fire in the kitchen, underneath this half sink right here is a fire extinguisher. You pull this little red plug out and press the button down. Spray out the fire. Also, underneath here, we have more paper towels and kitchen plastic bags. Okay, next, coffee. We have 3 different types of coffee makers in this house. 1 is just a regular drip coffee. 2 is a percolator, which you fill this up with water. And then you put this little thing on there, put your coffee in there, fill the water up to the hole on the front, and then you put it on the cooktop. And when the coffee is brown in this little percolator top, the coffee is done. Okay, the last kind of coffee maker that we provide you is a pour over, which is right here. The coffee grinder is also carried in the pour over area. Okay, moving on to the sink. Now, the sink is one of the funnest things about this kitchen. It's a magic sink. If you press it, it turns on. And if you touch it, it turns off. You can also activate it by the handle. And when this little light is on, that means it's on.
And if you go like this, it slowly gets hotter. So it scales from blue to pink to red, which may take a while.
Okay, that is a very important one because it's the heating system. So, on every floor in our house are mini splits. We have a heat pump in this house. And this is the control. Now, there's 4 heat pumps in our house. There's one in the living room. There's one in the master bedroom. There's one in the basement. And there's one in the upstairs bedroom. In every single one of those rooms is one of these controls. And on the back, it's labeled. You don't ever want to leave these little things outside of putting them back in their holsters. Now, I'm going to show you how to operate this. So the little red button is on/off. So point it towards the system and turn it on. And then you can see on this little dial here that it's on the little sun, which means heat. If you wanted to turn it on air conditioning, you put it on the little snowflake. Don't use the drop, that's a dehydrator, and it's not needed. Always use it for heat in the wintertime and the snowflake for cooling in the summer. Now, once you've set the mode, which right now it's on heat, you want to adjust the fan speed by pressing the fan button. You can see right here, there's a little thing that tells you how fast the fan speed is going. And it'll turn on at a faster speed when the fan is on. The vane is the little flaps that are underneath and the vane can also be adjusted depending on where you want the hot air to flow. And that is all we have for the main floor.